planned unrest by a section of Form 3 learners. However, these teachers did not take appropriate action before the arson, despite having been informed of this incident beforehand. Consequently, and in view of the foregoing findings, we have taken the following actions. Number one, the Board of Management of Utumishi Girls Academy has been dissolved for failing to ensure compliance with the School Safety Manual and the Basic Education Regulations. Number two, the Teacher Service Commission has been appraised of these findings and is taking appropriate and immediate disciplinary action against the principal for failing to ensure compliance with the School Safety Manual and Basic Education Regulations. And the teachers who fail to take action, despite having been informed of the planned unrest, will also be subjected to disciplinary proceedings by the Teachers Service Commission. Number three, investigations are ongoing to establish other aspects of negligence on the part of the officers from the Ministry of Education and the Teachers Service Commission. Appropriate disciplinary and other legal action will be taken against officers found to have been negligent in their duties. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall continue providing information and updates as these investigations continue. That is our statement as of today, as an update from yesterday. And now I'll take a few of your questions for clarifications or any other issue, then we'll proceed from there. Yes.
A shocking new twist has emerged in the tragic Utumishi Girls Senior Secondary School dormitory fire that claimed the lives of 16 students and left dozens injured. As Kenya continues to mourn the devastating loss, fresh revelations suggest that warning signs may have been ignored before disaster struck. According to Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba, preliminary investigations have uncovered evidence that two teachers had allegedly been alerted about a planned student unrest before the fire erupted. Yet, despite receiving the warning, the teachers are said to have failed to take action that could have prevented one of the deadliest school tragedies in recent Kenyan history. Today, we examine the explosive findings, the growing investigation, and the painful questions now being asked by the grieving families across the country. Investigators now believe the fire that tore through the Melin Waithera dormitory was not an accident. Authorities have classified the incident as a suspected arson attack. According to the Education Cabinet Secretary, several Form 3 students had reportedly discussed plans for unrest before the tragedy occurred. The disturbing part is that information about the bullying situation allegedly reached two members of staff. However, the warning appears not to have triggered any serious intervention. Now, as detectives piece together the events leading to the inferno, attention is shifting beyond students and toward possible failures by adults entrusted with protecting learners. For many Kenyans, the revelation has raised a heartbreaking question. Could these young lives have been saved if action had been taken in time? The Directorate of Criminal Investigations has already identified and arrested 8 students considered persons of interest in the case. Investigators are working to establish the role each individual may have played in the planning and execution of the suspected arson attack. The students are expected to face legal proceedings once investigations are completed. Authorities say anyone found responsible will face charges under the Kenyan law. But the investigation is no longer focused solely on students. Officials have made it clear that any teacher, administrator, or public officer found to have ignored warnings or neglected safety responsibilities could also face disciplinary or criminal action. As investigators examined the scene, they uncovered several alarming safety concerns. The fire ravaged the upper floor of the two-story dormitory where many students were sleeping when the blaze broke out. Preliminary findings indicate that the dormitory was heavily congested. Reports show the building contained 12 cubicles fitted with approximately 135 double-decker beds. Investigators believe overcrowding may have significantly complicated evacuation efforts as terrified students attempted to escape the flames. Even more disturbing are reports that one of the exit doors was allegedly locked. If confirmed, the finding will represent a serious violation of school safety regulations and could become a critical piece of evidence in determining accountability. Experts say every second matters during a fire emergency. A blocked or locked exit can mean the difference between life and death. The tragedy left 79 students injured, while many have since been treated and discharged. Several remain under specialized medical care. Meanwhile, families of the 16 deceased students continue to endure unimaginable pain. The bodies were transferred to Naivasha Sub-County Hospital mortuary, where DNA identification processes are ongoing due to the condition of some of the remains. For parents who sent their daughters to school, expecting safety and education, the tragedy has become a nightmare from which they cannot wake up. Many are now demanding accountability. They want to know who knew what, when they knew it, and why nothing was done. The government has assembled a multi-agency team to investigate every aspect of the disaster. Crime scene experts, forensic specialists, intelligence officers, DNA analysts, and fire investigators are all involved. Authorities are examining burn patterns, electrical systems, structural damage, and CCTV footage from within the school. Witnesses, teachers, students, and staff members are also being interviewed as detectives attempt to reconstruct the final hours before the fire erupted. The goal is simple: to establish exactly how the fire started, how it spread so quickly, and whether negligence contributed to the devastating loss of life. The Utumishi girls' tragedy has reignited painful memories of previous school fires that have occurred across Kenya over the years. Education stakeholders are now calling for stricter enforcement of safety regulations, improved medical, mental health support for students, enhanced monitoring of boarding schools, and stronger accountability mechanisms. As investigations continue, pressure is mounting on authorities to ensure justice is delivered not only for the victims but also for the families left behind. Because if warnings were truly ignored, then this tragedy may not only be remembered as a disaster, it may also be remembered as a preventable one. As Kenyans mourn the 16 young lives lost at Utumishi Girls, the nation now waits for the truth. Were warning signs ignored? Did safety failures turn a dormitory into a death trap? And who will ultimately be held responsible? As investigations continue, we'll keep bringing you to the latest developments. May the souls of the departed students rest in peace, and may their families find strength during this difficult time. Cash Media Kenya, Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.